I'm back. You thought I wasn't gonna make a video this week, but I am. I'm back Friday. I waited till the weigh-ins. 3 fighters didn't make weight today. Shocker. I know. It seems like every card or every other card, somebody doesn't make weight. It's crazy, man. You're getting paid racks and racks to fight, dude. Make the weight, man. Come on. Or if you can't make the weight, say something and fight at a catch weight like Brendan Allen and Sean Strickland do, like real men. Whatever. Ultimate Fighting Cappers are back. UFC Vegas 14, I believe. Yes, UFC Vegas 14 this weekend. We're going to kick it off. We're going to start it off. Before I get into the card today, thank you for all the people that have been tailing me. Tanner Bozer, go fuck yourself. Never putting another dollar on you again. He will guaranteed never be in my locks again. Sorry about that for last week. We're planning on bouncing back heavy this week. The locks record is going to be in the description. I believe it's something like 25-5-1 or something like that. I'll fine tune it in the description. Let's get it started. Don'Tale King Kong Mays, or just Kong. Don'Tale Kong Mays versus Roque Martinez. We're going to start off with Roque Martinez. He's making his second fight in the UFC after a devastating loss to Alexander Romanov via arm triangle choke in the second round of his debut. But honestly, he looked better than that other guy, Rogerio something, the Brazilian guy who just lost to Romanov last week. He looked a lot better than him. This guy, primarily a kickboxer. He's 5'10" with a 72-inch reach, 34 years of age, not getting any younger. His opponent here, Don'Tale Mays, 28 years of age, 6'6", significantly taller than Roque Martinez, and has a significant reach advantage. It's been a tough start for both of these guys in the UFC. Don'Tale Mays is 0-2, lost to Cyril Gaines. Cyril Gaines, a great opponent. Lost to Rodrigo Nascimento, also a decent opponent. It's tough because both those submission losses, and both these guys are strikers. They're going to look to come in hot with the kickboxing, with the boxing. So I believe this is going to be a first-round finish. If you're betting this fight, bet it not to go the distance. This is going to be a stay away for me, but I'm going to go with Don'Tale Mays by KO in the second round. Second fight of the night here, we have Tony Gravely versus Geraldo Esperanto de Freitas. Both these guys pretty decent fighters in their own respective way. I don't know too much about any of them. I haven't really watched the tape. This is another stay away fight for me. It's pretty much a coin flip. The odds makers agree. It's basically a pick'em fight. Tony Gravely is the slight favorite over Geraldo de Freitas. We're going to start with Tony Gravely here. He is 29 years of age, 5'5", with a 70-inch reach, 2.5-inch reach disadvantage compared to De Freitas, so not much. De Freitas also 2 inches taller, coming in at 5'7". They're both 29 years of age. This fight's going to be at bantamweight. There is not much to say. I believe that Tony Gravely, fighting an American Top Team, gives him a little bit more of an advantage based on everything. He has decent wins against Bruno Ferreira, Draco Rodriguez back in the day in M1 and KOTC. Recent debut loss against Brett Johns. Brett Johns is a dog, so it's a decent loss. Geraldo de Freitas lost against Chris Gutierrez. His recent win via Vince Morales and leg kicks was pretty impressive. So this guy's not bad. He has a win over Ryan McDonald as well. Lost in the Ultimate Fighter finale against Raul Barcelos, but we all saw what Raul Barcelos can do. He basically murked Khalid Taha for 3 rounds, and it was over. Ronnie Barcelos is actually fighting Merab Dvalishvili on December 5th, and that fight is going to be fucking fireworks, so please tune in for that. I believe it's on the undercard of my boy Kevin Holland getting that main event versus Jack the Joker Hermanson. But moving on to this fight, it's a stylistically pretty much the same fighters. They both are going to be looking to take it to the ground, control it on the mat. It's basically a matter of who's a better wrestler here. And in my opinion, Tony Gravely is going to be looking to bounce back. He's going to be looking to take the Fritas to the mat and eventually get the finish in the third or second round finish I see here for Tony Gravely, either by a rear naked choke or Darce choke. Third fight of the night, we have a lock alert. Here we go. Randa Marcos versus Kanako Murata. We're going to start off with Randa Marcos here. 10-9 record, win one, lose one type of fighter. This fight will be at straw weight, 115 pounds for the women's division. Randa Marcos, 35 years of age, not getting any younger, 5'4" with a 63.5-inch reach. Primarily a wrestling style fighter, but sometimes I guess against Mackenzie Dern, she was trying to strike, and against Amanda Ribas, she was trying to strike, and that did not work out for her in the slightest bit. And I think Murata Kanako is on par with Mackenzie Dern and Amanda Ribas in the quality and style of fighting. She is a wrestling champion of sorts. I think I read that somewhere. Invicta champion, Ryzen champion. She has been on a tear recently. Only one loss, 11 wins in her pro record. She's gonna look to wrestle with Randa Marcos. She's going to look to take her down, and it's not going to be easy for Randa Marcos. People are saying that she has the UFC experience. I mean, in women's MMA, it's not relative at all. Like, the experience factor doesn't mean shit. If your experience is losing to Kovalkiewicz, Courtney Casey, Alexa Grasso, like a decent win against Carla Esparza, but that was fucking 3 years ago when she was 32. She's 35 now. She's slowing down. We've seen it in her last two fights. She's going to get cut from the UFC after she loses this one. Murata Kanako via decision. Lock it up right now. Fourth fight of the night, we have a good one. Jose Alberto Quinones versus Quinones. I think that's how you say it, versus Louis Smolka, the Last Samurai. This is going to be fireworks. It's going to be a good fight. It might even be fight of the night. I don't know any other fight that could be fight of the night here. Just kidding. This is going to be an absolute shitter, dude. Jose Alberto Quinones coming off a devastating loss from Sugar Sean. Louis Smolka coming off a devastating loss, one-arm guillotine choke from Casey Kenny. How do you get choked out with one arm, man? Like, come on, dude. You got to do better than that, man. You got to do better than that. Louis Smolka coming in here as the minus 150 favorite, and I kind of like that, man. Jose Alberto Quinones looked like shit against Sean O'Malley. He also has a bad loss to Nathaniel Wood. His wins in the UFC are against absolute fucking cans. Like, I don't know any of these guys. Carlos Huachin, Teruto Ishihara. Like, cans, man. Absolute fucking cans. At least Smolka has some decent wins. Ryan McDonald. And Sue Madujeri. Those are decent wins, man. I mean, Louis Smolka should be able to squeeze this out here. It's probably the worst fight of the night that I see happening. It's going to be a slow one. I feel like both of these fighters are just going to try to feel each other out. Louis Smolka might take Quinones to the ground and just sit on top of him for a round or two and squeak out the decision. That's why I'm going to go with Smolka by decision. But it's not a lock at all. It's a stay-away fight. Moving on to the next one. Moving on to the fifth fight of the night. We're getting through this card here. Alex Morono versus Reese Skeletor McKee. Starting off with Alex Morono here. He's 30 years of age. Pretty much a veteran in the UFC. He's been fighting in the organization for a while, for about 4 years now. He's another one of those guys. He went on a nice little win streak in 2018, 2019, beating Kenan Song, Zach Otfo, and Max Griffin, coming off a brutal loss to Chaos Williams, who was fighting against Abdul Razak Al Hassan in the co-main event of this fight night. But we'll get on to that later. He's standing at 5'11" with a 72-inch reach. Reese McKee, he is 6'2" with a 78-inch reach. He's a little bit lankier. The reason why the fighter from Northern Ireland is a underdog, and there's more and more money coming in on Alex Morono, and I understand why. There's a veteran versus a rookie kind of fighter. They threw Reese McKee to the fucking wolves versus Khamzat Chimaev. It's you could tell the levels there. Khamzat Chimaev picked him up in the middle of the octagon, dragged him to his corner, and ground and pounded him for 2 minutes. He wasn't even out or anything, Reese McKee. He just couldn't do anything against the beast that is Khamzat Chimaev. Reese McKee needs a little bit more experience. He's only 25, my age. He's gonna do it, man. He's gonna be able to. He has good striking. He has good wins from Cage Warriors. He has a win against who's that guy? Jai Herbert back in 2016. Decent win in Cage Warriors. Like I said, that one Khamzat Chimaev loss shouldn't show you how his career is going to go, because he has more in tank. He's a good striker, good kickboxer, and I think he's going to be able to squeak out the win against Alex Morono here. We know Alex Morono has decent kickboxing as well. This fight's going to stay on standing up throughout the whole 3 rounds that it's going to be. There might be a knockout here. I don't know if either of these guys are chinny. Based on their record, I mean, Reese McKee has never been knocked out, but we did see that Alex Morono is very susceptible to getting chinned versus Chaos Williams, and that's why I'm going to go with Reese McKee by KO. Not a lock by any means, a stay-away fight again, but we're going to move on to the next one. 6th fight of the night here, Ashley Yoder versus Miranda Danger Granger. I love that nickname. I love when nicknames rhyme. It's very nice. Rolls off the tongue smooth. But Yoder has a nice nickname, Spider Monkey, too. You know, it's a Simpsons reference here, but who watches The Simpsons anymore in 2020? Just kidding. Simpsons is a decent show. We got to talk about fights, though, here. Ashley Yoder, 33 years of age, not getting any younger. I've been saying that a lot this video, but you know, it's true. 5'7" with a 66.5-inch reach. We have Miranda Granger here, 5'7" with a 68-inch reach. They're basically the same fighter matched up. Miranda Granger here, starting off for her, she's 1-1 inside the organization. Good win against Hannah Goldie, then a tough loss against Amanda Lemos, who is a dog and who is going to show her skills throughout 2020, and she's going to be climbing up the strawweight division. I'm looking to see more of her soon. But Miranda Granger Danger is a decent fighter. Has a lot of her wins via finish in the first round, and I think that might happen here too. Looking at Ashley Yoder, she's a very streaky fighter. 3 losses in 2016, 2017, and 2018. 2 decent opponents, Justine Kish, Angela Hill, Mackenzie Dern. All decent opponents. That split decision loss could have went either way. I watched that fight between her and Mackenzie Dern, and I honestly think that Yoder could have squeaked it out. The Randa Marcos loss last year looks really bad, and then the Liviana Souza loss does not look good either. I believe it's do or die here for Ashley Yoder. She's 7-6. Like, that kind of record should not be in the UFC, in my opinion. The same bullshit with Randa Marcos, 10-9. She should, like, one more loss and they're done. I think both Randa Marcos and Ashley Yoder are gonna lose tomorrow night. and they are just going to get dumped down out of the organization because they clearly do not have the skill level to keep up with these women. And I'm going to go with Miranda Granger Danger to finish Ashley Yoder actually in the first round via an armbar or Darce choke. Seventh fight of the night, we have an absolute banger. I think this fight can honestly be the co-main event because of Brendan Allen. I'm on an absolute fucking tear. Sean Strickland just fought 2 weeks ago versus Jack Marshman, got the dub, was coming off a hard injury, a hard motorcycle accident, and we saw he bounced back. He looked good. He was talking shit to Marshman during the whole fight, just kept on pounding him with that jab, saying, "Why aren't you going down, Marshman? Why aren't you going down?" Marshman's a fucking can, but he has a good chin. Brendan All-In Allen here, on the other hand, is a absolute beast, man. It's a stylistic mismatch. Brendan Allen, the wrestler, Sean Strickland, the technical striker. We saw Brendan Allen, his last fight against Kyle Daukaus. That was a grappling battle between the two of them, switching positions back and forth. It was a very technical grappling masterpiece between both Kyle Daukaus and Brendan Allen. I think Kyle Daukaus is still, even though that was his first loss, I think he's still going to be able to grow and do some more damage in this middleweight division. Maybe he can move down to welterweight, do some more damage there. But let's look at the opponents. They have one common opponent with Tom Breese, but that fight that Tom Breese, he looked really good against KB Buller, but he got absolutely fucking smacked around by Brendan All-In Allen this past February with a ground and pound win in the first round. And on the other hand, Sean Strickland fought Tom Breese back in 2016 and barely squeaked out a split decision win. Oh man, this fight's gonna be fireworks. This fight's gonna be great. Brendan All-In Allen is a really young fighter. He's really technically skilled with the grappling. He looked phenomenal at weigh-ins. This fight's gonna be at catch weight. What do I say here? It's amazing. This fight's going to be amazing. I think Brendan Allen is going to be able to use that wrestling to bring Sean Strickland to the mat. I do not think he's going to have the ability to stuff those takedowns. They're fighting at 195 pounds. In an interview, Brendan Allen was saying that, listen, he's not going to be able to cut back down to middleweight, so it actually favors him versus Sean Strickland because Sean Strickland has some time to cut the weight. We saw him make weight for Jack Marshman, but this is more of a catch weight to favor Brendan Allen. That's why I am favoring him. He's the lock. One of the two locks that I'm going to have for tonight, Kanako Murata and Brendan Allen. I'm going to put it at the end of the video. Let's get into it. Moving on to the eighth fight of the night. We have Antonio Arroyo versus Eric Anders. Eric Anders has not been impressive at all. Another guy that I think is on his way out of the organization. Recent split decision win against Mearshart, and then the loss to my Polish guy, Krzysztof Jotko. He's primarily a wrestler / kickboxer. He's 6'1", 75-inch reach. Compare that to Arroyo, 6'3" with a 73.5-inch reach. A little bit smaller guy, Arroyo, but it didn't look like that. I mean, a little bit bigger guy, but shorter reach for Arroyo. At the weigh-ins, it looked like Arroyo was towering over him, so I don't think Anders is actually 6'1". But yeah, we're going to keep it short and sweet and simple in this one. I like Antonio Arroyo. I like the dog value in him. Let's see, I believe he's coming in, plus 105. There's more money coming in on Anjos now, so you could probably get Arroyo plus 130, plus 140, give that parlay a nice boost. It's pretty much a coin flip fight. I think Eric Anjos, if he loses this one, he's going to get one more shot at it. If he loses the one after that, it's over for his career in the UFC. Antonio Arroyo by split decision win. Oh joy. The ninth fight of the night, Kay Hansen, Corey McKenna, another women's fight on this card. That is the third and final women's fight. We have the Dana White Contender Series recent victor, Corey the Hobbit McKenna, fairly inexperienced fighter coming in at 5-1, a really weird small reach, 58.5 inches. Kay Hansen, 63-inch reach, so it's kind of a significant reach advantage here for Kay Hansen. Kay Hansen here, 7-3 inside the organization. Won her first fight against Jin Frey. Jin Frey is not the best opponent, but Corey McKenna is not the best opponent either, man. She is a dog. She's a good fighter. Watch her Contender Series fight if you haven't. Recently switched to, I think, Alpha Male. Yeah, Team Alpha Male. She recently switched to Team Alpha Male, so she's going to be working on that grappling with Uriah Faber. She's going to be working on the ground game. Both these fighters are really young, both 21 years of age, both have the division in front of them. It's going to be probably the best fight of the women's out of all three. That's why it's so high up the card. I like actually Corey McKenna here. Even though she's inexperienced, there's dog money on her. I like a lot of underdogs. I just primarily like the switch to Team Alpha Male. She's going to be able to combat that jiu-jitsu style of fighting that Kay Hansen is going to try to bring to her. And if she's able to stuff the takedowns and land a couple nice shots, she might even be able to get the finish. Who knows? Corey McKenna by knockout. Co-main event here, 10th fight of the night, Abdul Razak Al-Hassan versus Chaos Williams. We're going to start with Abdul Razak Al-Hassan. All his fights in the UFC that he won have been finished in the first round. Charlie Ward, first round finish. Sabah Homasi, first round finish. Sabah Homasi again, another first round finish. I don't know why he fought him twice. I got to look into that, but weird. After he finished someone in the first round, then he's going to finish. Maybe there was a late stoppage there, but I have to look into it some more. Nico Price is a really decent win, but that was 2 years ago, Nico Price. And Nico Price you never know what you're going to get with him, I learned with Nico Price. Sometimes he's high-fiving Donald Cerrone, saying, "Oh, nice punch," and then sometimes he's doing a fucking upside heel kick while he's on the ground to James Vick, one of the two ever in UFC history. So who knows? But yeah, knocked down Nico Price in the first round, coming off a bad loss to Munir Lazzez. Abdul Razak Al-Hassan, his game plan is go out there and knock you out in the first round. You already know that. I think Chaos Williams has a similar game plan. He also has a lot of wins via first round finish. He has some decision wins though. He has never won a decision, Abdul Razak Al-Hassan. That is because he gasses out in the first 3 minutes and tries to get the heavy KO, tries to just stand and bang with his opponent in the center of the octagon, or usually the opponent has his back up against the octagon, and Abdul Razak Al-Hassan is just bum rushing the opponent. We saw that with Munir Lazzez, the sniper, as his nickname goes. He just came at him with the jab, came at him with that front elbow, that dangerous one, and just kept his distance, was able to withstand the pressure that Abdul brought in that first round, and was able to but dominate a brilliant decision win. And I'm looking forward to see more of Munir Lazzez in the near future. But Chaos Williams had a nice showing in his first fight ever in the UFC. knocking out Alex Morono clean out. Alex Morono fighting Reese McKee on the fight this card, the 5th fight of the night. That's going to be a good one, but I already covered that, so we're not going to do a double lap. 26 years of age for Chaos Williams, 35 years of age for Al Hassan. It's do or die for Al Hassan here. He needs to start pushing now if he wants to make a decent title push in the welterweight division. He needs to start doing it now. And it doesn't look good for Al Hassan. He missed weight by 2.5 pounds. Didn't even try to re-weigh in again. I don't know why this guy isn't taking his career seriously now. He's making good money, winning the performance bonuses and shit, but, he's going to try and take Chaos Williams' head off. And the Ox fighter, Chaos Williams, he's not going to be able to do that so easy. Like, Chaos Williams is a dog, man. I think he's going to be able to squeak out a decision win here against Al Hassan. And I love the dog money again, man. I'm picking a lot of underdogs this card. It's probably not going to work out for me, but whatever. This is a stay away fight. But I'm going to go with Chaos Williams to win by a decision. The main event of the evening, ladies and gentlemen, Rafael dos Anjos, RDA, versus Paul, the Irish Dragon Felder. And this one's going to have fireworks. I love watching Paul Felder fight. I love listening to him commentate. Great insight, great fighter. Tough loss against Dan Hooker this year. Nice win against Barboza. Nice win against James Vick in 2019. He's a veteran's veteran. Rafael dos Anjos, veteran too, man. Both of these guys are absolute dogs. Both of these guys are old, on their way out of the UFC, arguably. The original fight was scheduled for Islam Makhachev. Rafael dos Anjos was going to probably get fucking destroyed by Makhachev. But now we have a more interesting fight, at least. It's going to be a close one. The odds on Tapology have it basically 50-50, 59% for dos Anjos, 41% for Felder. It's going to be a 5-rounder here. I don't think it's going to go the distance, but I like the over 3.5. Let me just check the books right now. I'm going to do a live check, so bear with me. But I'm still going to be talking about the fight here. Paul Felder, 5'11". Rafael dos Anjos, 5'8". Both similar reach here. It's going to be a wild one. It's going to be fireworks. There's going to be exciting blows. Rafael dos Anjos, I think his kryptonite is being taken down to the ground. It's over 4.5. I would have bet over 3.5. That is a good bet if you want to put that in for probably around like minus 200 odds. The bookmakers see this fight going to decision. I see a late finish. I see Paul Felder knocking out Rafael dos Anjos late in the rounds. I like this fight. It's going to be a good main event. I hope everyone's excited. Rafael dos Anjos is not a bum by any means. Paul Felder, not a bum by any means. But Rafael dos Anjos coming off 2 tough losses to Leon Edwards and Michael Chiesa. And, even though those are really good opponents. But, that's it. That's how we're going to end it. On to the locks. So Paul Felder by 4th round knockout. I like it. Moving on to the locks. Ultimate Fighting Capper here. Man. I'm sorry, there's only 2 locks here this week. I didn't really do a lot of studying for this card. I had a busy week. I'm still going to get this card out to you guys. I hit on a Bellator fight yesterday as part 1 of my 3-part parlay with Kanako Murata and Brendan Allen. So the locks are on the screen. Boom. There you go. Kanako Murata and Brendan Allen for the locks. I'll see you back next week. We have a pay-per-view event next week. It's going to be a good one. I'm going to be enticed for it. There's going to be a lot of fireworks next week for sure. Let me just tell you guys exactly what it's going to be. I know it's pay-per-view. Davison Figueiredo versus Alex Perez, and there's a Valentina Shevchenko undercard. We have fucking Shogun Hua versus Paul Craig. We have Mike Perry versus Tim Means. We have a lot of great fights on that card. Joaquin Buckley, Daniel Rodriguez versus Nicholas Dalby just got added. Brandon Moreno versus Brandon Royval. Yeah, let's do it. Someone's vacuuming here. Fuck the bullshit. Have a great weekend, everyone. Let's get this cash. Cash out. Ride with me to the Valhalla. Ride with the Ultimate Fighting Capper. Shout out to NJ MMA Insight. I keep on forgetting to shout him out. But, that's my dog from Twitter. Let's get it. Let's do it. Ultimate Fighting Cappers. Let's get it on.